How is everybody doing? So I bought a mortar and pestle, seasoned it so I could throw charcoal in it, and I don't know if this will work, but my whole goal is to grind up that charcoal in here. So I'll see you guys in a little while. Hopefully I'll have some charcoal powder. Alright, we're back. Yeah. We got it powdery enough. It's not colloidal. So now we're just going to take it and pour it into our petri dish. Just like that. I don't know if I would recommend buying a mortar and pestle just to do this, but that's what we did. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll clean it and try to re-season it, but that's all charcoal now. And this is what we needed, so let's go make some agar. Alright, so now that we got our charcoal ground up, I'm going to use the cheapest instant mash flakes I can get. I wasn't going to use this anymore, but yeah, I realized that these always have black specks in there and then like weird flakes that don't dissolve. So here we are, we're going to grind the shit up. So I'm going to grind this up and then I'm going to measure out about 5 grams. And ultimately what I'm going to do with this is try to get it as close to colloidal as I can. So I don't think that should be too hard considering it's potato flakes with this pestle. So we're just going to get it nice and colloidal, get it to flour, get no more flakes ultimately in here, and then we'll get ready and use it. So I'll see you guys in about 3-4 minutes. Alright, so we're back, and what we're going to do now, we'll get our water spinning with our pill in there. We'll get that going up to around 200, and then we'll also bring our temperature. We'll set that around 180, but ultimately I'm going to end up crawling this up to around 250, 255. So what I want to do now is measure out about 3 grams of this potato flake. 5 is good, who gives a shit? We're not keeping track. We'll drop that in there like that. And then next thing's next. I should have had this out already, but I didn't. 1 second. Going to take some dextrose, not regular sugar, regular dextrose, and we're going to take about a cunt hair like that, and then we'll just not even all of that, just like that. Perfect. Throw that back in there. I don't use that for food. So then this is the part where I don't really know what I need on the charcoal. So I figure maybe we'll start out with like 1 gram. Because I bought pre-made charcoal agar. Alright, we'll start out with 3.5 grams. So I don't really know the mixture of it, but I know what it should look like. So I figured I'm smart enough to get it to that. And if not, then I'll spend like $4 or whatever it was for it. Actually, it was a long time ago. It was a lot more than $4. It's probably like 12. Alright, and now I'm going to weigh out probably about 6 grams of agar. And then I'm just going to put this in there. I need to get it spinning a whole lot more because it's barely mixing, as you see. But my water is also very cold, and the water I'm using is just filtered water, like a Brita filter. There we go. So we got about 6 grams of agar. I'm just going to drop that in there. And if that doesn't turn black like I want it to, then I'm just going to put more fucking charcoal in there until it turns black like I want it to. We'll get it to how I want it. And then I'll tell you. So we're at 3.6 for right now for it. Going to add another 3.38 grams of charcoal because it doesn't look right. I want that shit like black. And I know that it's not colloidal, so I'll have some settling on the bottom of my agar dishes, but that don't matter. I'm trying to accomplish something by making this agar, and you guys will understand what that is when we get out in front of the flow hood. Alright, so I'm going to add another gram and the reason is just because of the consistency of the coal. When I turn it off, I'm happy with how it looks, but I'm going to need to try and suspend the particles of coal in here, so I want it to have just a little bit more dust in here. And when I do my pour, I'm going to be a little bit more controlled on the temperature that I try to pour this at. That way the coal won't settle in the thickened agar. So ultimately I'm going to try to do my pour between 100 degrees and 110 Fahrenheit. Any lower than that, you're getting risky, and any higher than that, it can settle. And it will be a problem to do the pour, so we can expect that. What I'm waiting for now, ultimately, is this to become less liquid and thicker, and that will happen as the agar heats up. Sorry the camera switches so much. Now you see what I'm talking about when I said it would thicken up on us. Nice and thick, so it's time to cap it and sterilize it. So now we got my agar and my petri dishes in the pressure cooker. We'll get it up to 15 psi for 27 minutes.
Oh my god, he's standing right over top of it. He could take off his arm.
Yep. So I have my temperature set to 85. And ultimately I can't touch that right now and keep my hand on it without it burning the hell out of me. I will be able to grab that before I go out and do my pour, and it will not be hot. I don't know if you can see it. I got a little whirlpool going. So now I'm just going to let it cool down, and then we'll do our pour. Alright, if you can hear me, great. If not, it is what it is. Alright, now I'm just going to let it cool down here, and then I'll bring you guys back when we have to do our work. And why would I be going through the trouble of making this agar? Well, I have some genetics that are not kept in the best of states. We'll see them now. Stuff like this. Well, actually that one's not part of it. Stuff like this. It says albino A+, but yet I got dark spores, so I'm not sure exactly what I got there. Sclerotia. This Roatan sample I've had has done nothing but contaminate, so I'm going to try cleaning it up on there. I found that in my drawer from like 3 years ago. And then if you look in here, we have a spore sample that's just sitting in the Tupperware. That's dirty in there, even though the lid's on. So we're going to use this activated charcoal agar to help clean up our genetics.
She's fine.
And it's at this point I'd like to thank you for your time. That's all we have, and it does not exist. Much love, and stay chubby, friends. Love you.